Well, I wish we had smell-o-vision because this turkey not only looks delicious, it smells amazing. And if you've done such a good job cooking your turkey, the last thing you want to do is bring it to the table and butcher it in front of your guests. This is the in-the-kitchen version of carving a turkey, not the Norman Rockwell tableside version. This will allow you to cut beautiful slices of meat and bring the platter ready to eat to the table. You'll need 2 knives to do this, although if you have only one, you can make it work. First, I'm going to start with the boning knife, which is long and thin and just a tiny bit flexible. And then I'll finish with my slicing knife, which is longer, even thinner, and much more flexible. I'm going to start by separating the legs, which are tied with twine. Next, I want to remove the leg and thigh. The only thing holding them together right there is the skin. So you can cut along the skin and see just how easily the turkey pulls away. Then, use your clean hands to pull away the thigh and use your knife to carve around the bone. Eventually, your knife will hit the leg bone. You want to pull with your hands and release the meat and the bone from the socket, easily like that. Then trim away the meat and the skin. Separating the leg completely. Give yourself a little space, and then you want to separate the drumstick from the thigh. Do so by pulling on the drumstick like this until you start to hear a snap. You may need to trim away a little of the meat so you can see the joint. Once you've exposed the joint, you can trim right between the 2 joints. So you have a drumstick, everyone's favorite. Then we can slice the thigh meat into long, thin pieces. Working parallel to the bone, next we want to take off the wing. Again, using a little force in your hands, you can separate the joint like this. Again, use your knife to work around the bone and the joint. Taking the wing off in one piece. And now we have the beautiful breast, perfectly cooked. Work with your boning knife, keeping it as close as possible against the wishbone and all the way alongside the meat. Turn the turkey as you need to make it easier to work with, trimming down along the wishbone the other way. You may need to pause from time to time to let the steam escape. Once the breast is mostly released, take your boning knife in a straight, sharp motion down along the edge and cut the skin to release the entire breast off the bone. Now, working with your slicing knife, you can cut it across the grain into long, thin slices to release the meat into perfect long strips. If you don't get the entire piece in one stroke, just keep working in long, thin strips so you don't tear up the meat. Now, while everybody's gathered at the table, the pressure's off you. You can take your time and make beautiful pieces of gorgeous, juicy turkey. I'll just transfer our slices to the platter. And out to the table we go. The confident cook and carver. But first, a bite for me.